Welcome to 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, author of Man Up From Our Trauma to Being Impactful Fathers. This podcast is about real fatherhood at every stage, the kind that isn't filtered, perfect, or easy. It's about being present, having a presence, growing through the tough moments, and leading with purpose even when life gets messy. Every episode, we talk about the things that matter most: emotional healing, parenting resilience, co-parenting, being a spouse, and learning how to build homes rooted in love and accountability. If something you hear in this conversation helps you grow, I want to hear from you. Share your story, your wins, or the areas you're still working on. Email me directly at Lirec, L-I-R-E-C, at 15minuteswithdad.com. That's Lirec, L-I-R-E-C, at 15minuteswithdad.com. Because this podcast isn't just a platform, it's a community. And every story we share brings another father closer to healing, connection, and legacy. So let's get into today's episode. What's going on, brothers? This one today is for the fathers who don't get every day with their kids. The ones who love from miles away, the ones who FaceTime instead of tuck in, the ones who send voice notes instead of morning hugs. Today's episode is called Parenting from a Distance: How to Stay Connected When You Can't Be There. Because even when life pulls you apart physically, emotionally, and through circumstance, you still can lead, guide, and love with presence. That's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get into it. I'm going to say the difficult part out loud, fathers. Being away from your kids hurt. Whether you're separated, co-parenting, deployed, or working long hours, that distance hits different. You literally start questioning yourself. Am I still a good dad if I'm not there every day? You are. But being a good dad from a distance requires intention. It's not about showing up perfectly. It's about showing up consistently. Research from American Psychological Association found that consistent communication, even short, positive interactions, have a lasting impact on a child's self-esteem and emotional security, no matter how far away the parent lives. It's not how often you're together. It's how intentionally you connect when you are. Let's talk about what fathers don't often admit. We don't often admit the guilt, the loneliness, the feeling like you're missing moments you can't get back. That guilt can make you withdraw, thinking, if I can't be there fully, maybe it's better to stay quiet. But silence builds distance, and distance breeds misunderstanding. The truth is, our kids don't need perfect communication. They just need consistent reassurance. They need to know that you're still mine and I'm still yours. I wanted to make sure that I spend some time and reflect on my personal life in regards to this subject, because one, my first child, my daughter, 17 years old now, in the beginning of her life, I spent a lot of time co-parenting and learning how to co-parent through a very terrible process. It was trial by fire even. And what made it so difficult was the fact that I was far away, and I was also being bullied in that environment where I couldn't spend time with my child, even if I traveled to go see her, or I wasn't able to call her because a number changed, or I wasn't able to find her because she moved and I didn't know where they lived, different things like that. And that tore me to shreds for so many years, but it didn't make me stop fighting. And currently, that was the past. My daughter currently lives with me 100%, but that was the past. But in the present right now, I have a son in which me and his mother are no longer together, and I have to navigate this space again. And he lives 2 hours away from me. And so and he's only 2 years old. So this relationship is going to change over time, but it's still important that I make sure that no distance is far enough for me to stop being engaged in his life. And I will never let a moment go where I can't see him, spend time with him, and love him. And so right now we're working through the co-parenting stuff and trying to continue to pour into his life at the age of 2 and let him know that daddy's here and you're my son and I love you. So I'm going to give you 5 practical ways to navigate this distance. And we're going to call it the 5 C's of distance parenting. The first one we're going to talk about is consistency. It's important that we set a rhythm, even if it's 5 minutes a day. A daily text, a bedtime call, routine equals safety. If every day is difficult for you, then make it every other day. But be consistent. Create a routine. Number 2 is be creative. Record short videos, send handwritten notes, draw together online, make connection fun. With technology, it's easy to connect with your loved ones. Everyone's engaged on technology, even at a young age. Number 3, communication. Don't just talk to your kids, talk with them. Ask open-ended questions if they can talk, if they're at that age where they can create sentences and articulate their feelings. Ask open-ended questions. Like, what made you smile today? What's something I don't know about your week? 4, collaboration. If you are co-parenting, work with, not against, the other parent. Keep your child out of the middle. And the last one is care. End every message, every call, every conversation with love. Kids remember the emotional tone more than the words. So even if you're separated by distance, you can build emotional presence right where you are. Now, sometimes co-parenting can feel hard, can be pretty difficult. And if your co-parenting and communication is strained, you got to stay focused on your child's experience and not your frustration. That's what helped me in the past. That's what continues to help me now, is that my communication is strictly about the kids. Can't put all of your feelings and all the things that you wanted to say and wanted the person to feel about how you feel into your co-parenting. Dr. John Gottman's research shows that children in high conflict co-parenting situations experience twice the anxiety and insecurity of those in cooperative ones. So take the higher ground even when it's hard. You cannot control the other parent, but you can control the peace you bring to your side of the relationship. Your steadiness is the anchor your child needs. So, brother, even when you're not physically there, your presence can still be felt. Kids remember the sound of your encouragement, the tone of your care, the comfort of your words. Tell them stories from your day. Share lessons. Ask for their opinion. Let them know they're seen, valued, and loved. You may not share a roof, but you can still share roots. So if you've been distant for a while, here's how you begin again. Start small. A simple text, maybe a letter, maybe a simple call. Don't overpromise, just begin. It's easy for us to get on a call and want to give the world in order to make up for all the lost time. Don't do that. Just start small. Don't overpromise. Just start with the conversation and then end the conversation. The second part is to acknowledge that there's a gap. Tell them, I know I've been distant and I want to do better. I know I've been away, but I want to do better. I want to show up better. I want to show up more consistent. And then you have to stay steady. Kids don't need grand gestures. They need follow through. I remember distinctly when I was younger and as a young father, when I was away from my daughter, I would come into town and then I would purchase some tickets to some crazy thing to take her to because I haven't spent time with her, and to make up for lost time. Like I took her to the circus, I took her to all these things, and she don't even remember the circus. We were talking about it the other day. She has no recollection of the circus because she asked me, she was like, "Dad, would you ever go to the circus?" And I was like, that's interesting because I took you to the circus when you were such and such age. Like kids don't remember the grand gestures. They just need follow through. The last part I would say is to lead with vulnerability. Admit your flaws. Admitting your flaws builds trust faster, but admit your flaws. And don't pretend to be perfect. You don't have to, hey, your mom did this, or your mom did this, and your mom may have said this, but this ain't it doesn't matter. Admit your flaws and build your trust. It's never too late to reconnect. So here's this week's challenge. Do one thing this week to bridge the gap with your child. Send a message, schedule a call, and then follow through. Write a note or tell your child what you love about them in this message, in this call, in this note. Even if you're miles away, your words carry power. Your consistency builds safety. Your love builds legacy. And that, my friend, is parenting with presence, even with distance. Because fatherhood isn't about proximity. It's simply about purpose with Godspeed. And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram, Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration, camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scenes peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad. So tap in for that, engage with the community, and you will be featured on our show. Each week we will do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.